You know, I thought we were done. I honestly thought we were done. I really did. I thought that I wasn't going to have to do any more today, but apparently I was wrong. Because you can see Matt Lees or Matt Lays or Matt Leas or however you want to pronounce his name,
Or Matt Lay's potato chips.
supporter of what's that girl's name again? Anita Sarkeesian? Well, this guy was a supporter, so whatever. So basically, this guy is on Patreon getting $3,000 per month. Now you're probably wondering, with $3,000 per month, you could change a lot of lives, and yes, you're right. But what is it that he does? He creates sustainable gaming videos for grown-ups. Now, for those of you who don't know what that means, let's take a little dabble over his YouTube channel, and I'm pretty sure you'll be able to find out exactly what type of content he makes. Now, when you go to videos, right, now for $3,000 a month, you think you would be creating something, very helpful, but, oh, no, he's just playing XCOM and Daft Souls and more XCOM and making fun of Ubisoft abridged conferences and doing very generic normal stuff that every gaming channel probably consists of. That's about fucking it. But he's making $3,000 a month. Now you're probably wondering, well, $3,000 a month isn't too bad, right? At least you get to comment on his videos, right? No, not at all. No, not at all. For every single video that this man has uploaded, comments are disabled. So you don't even get to talk on his videos. No, you don't. You don't get to have that opinion. But guess what? Ha ha! Yeah, I'm Black Prion, bitch. I get to do this. So I'm doing all the commenting however I want to do it. And correct me if I'm wrong, but what the hell is with his hair? Like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe does he look like a Swiffer, just upside down, like a mop, so to
Hello
speak?
there. After some deliberate
But Rock, but Rock, believe me, I'm going to watch this video. I'll resume the call after I watch it and rip it to shreds.
All right.
So, till then. So, ladies and gentlemen, please, why did you turn off your comments?
Hello there. After some deliberation, I've decided to remove the comments from my YouTube channel for this and pretty much all videos.
Why? Why? Please tell me, what god awful reason could you have to censor your people?
Here's why. First of all, the comments beneath my videos are my responsibility. If I choose not to moderate those comments, then that's fine, but that's my choice, and it doesn't diminish that responsibility.
Uh, um, what?
Because secondly, the comments beneath my videos are an extension of my personal platform.
Okay, look, I understand that you don't want to moderate your YouTube comments, but the comments aren't an extension of you. That's why they're other people's comments and opinions. So if I wanted to, I say, give you a review, I think I should be at the very least be able to do that, especially when they're giving you $3,000 a month.
It's my responsibility. Anything left below there is technically a part of my platform. And there's certain opinions that I'm not willing to have amplified.
I'm sorry, what?
Certain opinions that I'm not willing to have amplified.
Hold on, what?
And there's certain opinions that I'm not willing to have amplified.
Hold on a minute. Hold on. Ha. Let me just. Oh, yes, my ears feel much better. Actually, let me get a little caffeine in my system to make sure I'm fully awake. All right. Whew. Strong. Look good. Alert. Very clear. Very good audio. What did you say?
Platform. And there's certain opinions that I'm not willing to have amplified on my platform. I'm not willing.
Actually, I'm going to let you finish the statement. I'm going to let you finish before I start.
To allow my channel to play host to things like sexism, homophobia.
Okay, look, bro. Look, this is just between me and you, bro. You don't want to have certain opinions amplified, and I understand that, and I get that. But the fact is, the comment section is where people get to discuss their comments upon what you do, what you upload. And if you're going to censor opinions, I don't know if you know this, but that is censorship, and that is basically the crash course in censorship 101. So these people who are your patrons pay $3,000 a month total to you. And as you can see in your humble abode, which isn't very humble, you have a lot of shit. So let's not even act like you're struggling out there, ladies and gentlemen. So they pay you $3,000 a month to get, what's that? Comments are disabled? To get censored for all of your videos? because you don't want opinions, not factual information, not 100% hate, but opinions being shared. Now, sure, there's maybe some sexist opinions and there may be things of that nature, but that comes with the territory of being a YouTuber. It's YouTube. You broadcast, people respond to the broadcast, much like when people make a show or they put it on national TV, which I don't know if you notice on the hierarchy, TV is still above YouTube, especially with, budgets and things of that nature and payrolls. And they still have critics, they still have reviewers and things of that nature, which I am, but you're just going to go ahead and try to disable them by any means necessary. But please, Mr. Matt, continue.
Or racism. And luckily, because most people are nice, that's something that's not that difficult to moderate. But the next point is important, and it's that moderation comes at a cost.
Moderation comes at a cost? No, you just read your YouTube comments, and whatever you feel as though is too far, you would just delete. Otherwise, you could just leave it alone. Someone will eventually bring it to your attention. If it's that big of a deal, you will then see it, and then you could go on from there. But are you going to sit here and tell me that you would have to hire someone to moderate your YouTube comments?
It's entirely possible for me to prevent you guys from being exposed to these comments, which, as the kind of host of this community, is my responsibility. But unfortunately,
Community? I don't think it's community, because a community would at least be able to, what's the word? Comment on your videos, but,
in the process of doing that, it's not possible for me to prevent myself from becoming exposed to it all. And obviously, to do that properly, that means sometimes dipping into the YouTube filtered hate bucket to pull out comments that are legit, that shouldn't have been spam filtered out. But also it does mean just sifting through all of the comments to try and make sure that it hasn't missed anything. That means sitting through reading lots and lots of stuff.
So you've been doing work for your community.
As I say, moderation comes at a cost. Spending a lot of my time on my own, because I work alone, means then I started to realise that spending such a large quantity of time being immersed in a wide variety of negative feedback isn't something that seems
So if you're getting negative feedback, that should probably tell you that there's something wrong with how you're doing things.
Isn't something that seems advisable.
Especially when there's a lot of time. Wait, what you think of me is none of my business. Well, if it's none of your business, then I don't know if you know this. But hold on, let me teach you, just in case you didn't know. If it's none of your business, why bother moderating it in the first place? Why bother listening? Why even pay attention? Why at this point should you censor anyone's opinion? If what they think of you is none of your business, and you're not concerned about it at all, and it is not your concern, let them say whatever they want to say. Because at that point, you're just censoring them to be a dick. That's basically what you're doing at this point.
Me is really none of my business. What you think of my work is a different point. Some would argue that I shouldn't even be reading any criticism, and I don't think that's true. But what I certainly shouldn't be doing is dwelling on it. And on a day-to-day basis, too often, I find myself mentally drawn into negative comments.
If you have that many negative comments that you are mentally drawn into it, you're probably doing something wrong. You should probably change. It is not the people, it is you and your haircut. I don't know what that is. I don't know what hipster stylist you go to, but you might want to start asking for a refund, because at this point, now you done fucked up. See, now you have fucked up. Now you have officially gone off the deep end, and you have now fucked up. You have now flipped the boat, jumped the shark. You have gone to that level. Now I'm going to stop the video here. Why? Because it's just going to go on and probably an endless loop. So, what am I going to do now? I'm going to show you the actual video where he talks about his, you probably guessed it, his Patreon video, if it is still up, but I am not actually seeing it. But basically, this is what he wants to get paid for. Stuff like this. Microsoft abridged conferences where he dubs over conferences of E3. Or basic, generic, standard content that you would get on a gaming channel, such as gameplay, talking about games, talking about news from games. Games. That's it. Yet he has the audacity to ask his fans for $3,000 a month. Now, he's got all the way down to the cent. He has it all the way down to the cent, ladies and gentlemen. $3,000, well, see, $3,041.27 a month. Now, you're probably wondering, well, he's got to be giving away some pretty damn awesome perks, am I right? Well, you'd be wrong about that, too, because his perks are, for $1 or more, you immediately gain the ability to inform strangers that I'd probably be dead in a ditch if it wasn't for you. No, that's what you get for giving him $1 per month. Yeah. But for $5 or more, you can become a benefit sponger. Those lovely enough to decide my work is worth a £3 a month to sustain will get early access to a weekly update video where I'll openly discuss what I'm thinking about and what I'm working on, etc., etc., etc. And a Q&A. And a fucking Q&A. But here's his sustainable video, so please, continue. Tell us why we should donate to your cause.
Hello there, my name is Matt Lees. I am a freelance writer and video producer, and I've worked in the games industry for almost 8 years. Here's some recent work of mine you might have seen. I helped convince the world that Dragon's Dogma wasn't absolute balls. I produced quite an extensive critique of Bioshock Infinite, but I'm perhaps best known for my series of abridged games conferences in which I invented fictional characters Phil Spencer and Don Matrick.
I've got a really big thing for cars, it's fucking weird.
I also call
Really?
out the
Okay.
discrepancies between the pre-alpha footage of Aliens Colonial Marines and the actual game, cooked a
Well, so did Angry Joe. I mean, lots of people did that.
Clicker omelette with The Last of Us, completed Dark Souls whilst wearing nothing but pants, lunged my way around E3, worked with Charlie Brooker on a couple of shows, and reviewed board games whilst wearing a dress.
Yep. Yep, that's the
But
thing.
Patreon with a simple offer. For $1,000 a month, I can continue to reliably create funny, smart video game content aimed at grown-ups without any form of advertising, sponsorship, or compromise.
Basically, he doesn't want, a YouTube network cutting in on his YouTube money, while at the same time, he quote-unquote calls it a reward to be sustained so he doesn't have to put advertisements on his videos.
Now,
Yeah,
I love what I do,
that's his excuse.
but I hate the systems that I need to be a part of in order to sustainably do it. And I spent years trying to work out a way of changing the systems, doing something different. And today, I'd like to present you with the opportunity to genuinely help me do that. So if you think that my work is funny or smart and you'd like to see that work continue, you should pledge to my Patreon.
Well, maybe I would, but, I can't tell you if I like your work or not because you disabled your comment.
golden age of traditional games media, work like mine was funded by people who went out and physically bought magazines, and also adverts, which kept the profits high enough to allow media to comfortably keep doing what they do. But then free alternatives meant that people stopped paying for games journalism, and the money from adverts wasn't enough. Large teams were trimmed back to skeleton crews, optimizing content to maximize views just to keep their publication afloat with money from adverts. And the problem here is that the majority of people who want to buy adverts on game sites are people who want to sell games, leaving games media in a perpetually uncomfortable position of almost being entirely funded by the people whose products they're supposed to be reviewing. Whilst editorial ethics mostly prevented the system from becoming downright bent, games media inevitably lost its spark and its edge, easing in an era of 7 out of 10 safety as the media landscape grew increasingly dull. But I was confident that YouTube could provide something different. Content remained entirely funded by adverts, of course, but done so automatically by Google, removing any need for maintaining relationships with games publishers. Unfortunately, the system is absolute balls. Advertising revenues are incredibly tiny, leading most YouTubers to accept extra cash directly from, you guessed it, games publishers. If you aren't comfortable receiving bonus mystery money, which to be blunt, you absolutely shouldn't be, then the only other option on YouTube is to consistently get tons of views. It's a ridiculously weighted monetization system that only really rewards those who can climb to the top of the mound of crushed skulls and Minecraft. And I don't want to be a YouTube star. I don't want to make them internet megabucks. All I want to do is find a way of sustainably continuing to create my work in an ethical, honest, and transparent way.
Stop! Ethical, honest, transparent. Let's start off with this. Ethical, you disabled your content. That's not really ethical due to the fact that no one can comment or critique you because you said that you were too busy wondering about, oh, woe is me! People don't like my videos, etc., etc., etc. Then you want to say it's transparent. No, it's not, because we can't get back to you because you disabled your comments. So that transparent, that is a bold-faced, complete and utter crock and a lie. And on top of that, what was that other word you used? Just so we're clear.
An ethical, honest...
Oh, honest. 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 Remember that thing I just said about being a complete another bold-faced lie? Lie. Honest? Lie. Honest? Lie. Honest. You don't need to be a mathematician to figure out where I'm going with that.
And transparent way. And of course, working at Video Gamer did provide me with a lot of the freedoms that I've talked about here. But really, it was only ever a temporary fix. I was happy with the content I was creating, and I was happy with the community that we built. But we couldn't leave it there. We had to keep getting the numbers to go up. It hit a point when I came to the realization that the only way to continually expand those numbers was to either just focus on one type of popular content, or to just change my style entirely to suit a wider audience. I saw the way that the game worked, and I don't want to play that game. And the number that made me really angry, the number that I kept thinking about, was 10,000. In the world of modern media and YouTube, 10,000 views is worthless. 100,000 views? That might be worth something. Might be worth something. But 10,000 viewers? 10,000 people? That's not worth anything.
Guys, I don't know if you understand this, but if you're 10,000 people, 10,000 people. Well, what do you think of 10,000 people?
But 10,000 viewers? 10,000 people? That's not worth anything.
So, you're 20,000 subscribers. That's only 2 times 10,000, so it's not worth anything. You just told your fans that they're not worth shit. Not worth a goddamn thing to you. Except their money. Now, their money, however, that right there, ladies and gentlemen, them Benjamins, them George Washingtons, them Abraham Lincolns, those Ben Franks. Oh, that's worth quite a lot to you. Those Andrew Jacksons. Oh, yeah, that's a lot to you, sir. But them themselves aren't worth a damn thing. It came right from the horse's mouth. You can see it. It's almost like he's got some sort of future ESP type senses. Like, I'm making this video, and he's like, yeah, you stepped in it. Yeah, yes, you did. Yes, you did, Matt. Yes, you did.
I don't want to work within a system that treats people like that. I don't want to work within a system that deems content that's only enjoyed by 10,000 people to be a failure. That video only got 10,000 views. Guess we're going to have to try something different. It's a toxic system that promotes dull, cliched, and often cynical content. But we can change that. If the content I'm producing has been sustainably funded before the videos have even been made, then there's no need to appeal to 100,000 people. If everything that's wrong about YouTube boils back to monetization, then the answer is simple. I just turn it off. We have the opportunity here.
So you don't want to make money off of YouTube videos, but that's not going to stop you from trying to make money off of YouTube videos. I got you.
Entirely circumvent the system. And if you like my work and you want to see my work continue, let's do this. So even just $1 a month from 1,000 people is enough for me to sustainably continue my work. And if that's all you can afford to give, that's still awesome. But if you can afford $5 a month, you can be a benefit sponge. As the guy's actually making it so that my YouTube videos can continue, it's really important to me that you guys feel in the loop, which is why Benefit Sponges will get a weekly update video where I'll tell you what I'm doing, what I'm thinking about, ideas.
For $5 a month, so $60 a year, you get this.
Exclusive Q&A where I will spend a bit of time to answer loads of questions from people who...
Wait, you can't capture your screen? You really need a mirror for that, or are you trying to show your setup? Because as you can see, you're not poor.
I've created my first update video that anyone can see, and I will follow up with a Q&A video shortly. I want to make this stuff specifically for you, and I can't do it without you. So if you do love my work and you do want to see my work continue...
Alright, I'm going to cut you off. This video is basically over. See what I'm dealing with here, people? Do you see what I'm dealing with here, people? Do you see what I'm dealing here, people? You see what I'm dealing with here, people? Do you see why I make the videos that I make? Do you see why I'm here Because, I mean, this guy's getting 3,000 all the way down to the cent. Oh. Oh, man. Man. I'm glad you guys appreciate him stream. I really do. I really do at this point. Main Event TV said it best. He only cares about views and money. Says he doesn't care about half of his fan base and censors them. That'll do it.